The Federal Reserve cuts rates and will start money printing on December 12th. This is huge. I'll break down what this means for the markets and much more. Let's get into it. Hey folks, welcome into the Thinking Crypto podcast, your home for cryptocurrency news and interviews. I'm your host, Tony Edward. On your way in, please hit that subscribe button as well as the thumbs up button and leave a comment below. If you're listening on a podcast platform such as Spotify or Apple, please leave a 5-star rating and review. Folks, I'm sure many of you saw the news, but today the Fed announced they are cutting rates by 25 basis points. This is what the market was expecting. And overall, it's great because it makes capital cheaper. In addition, as they continue to lower rates, people are going to move away from money market accounts where they are earning interest, and now they're getting less because the rates are cutting, and they're going to move to risk assets. So that's one benefit here. But what Jerome Powell said today is that the Fed will begin purchasing U.S. Treasury bills on December 12th. He said they will buy $40 billion of U.S. Treasury bills in 30 days. They're not even waiting for 2026. They're starting right away. Remember, quantitative tightening just ended 9 days ago on December 1st. This is the thesis I've been sharing with you all for a long time now, right? But of course, it takes time, and we're seeing it play out, folks. And that is liquidity. The return to easy money is here. So what does this mean? It means increased liquidity globally. We see Japan is also doing stimulus, and you can expect other central banks are going to do the same thing because this is the only playbook they have. They have to keep printing money. This is the debt-based fiat system. Once you understand that, you understand how that correlates to asset prices. So as they continue to debase currency, that drives asset prices higher. Now, this is not full-on QE, and the name Jerome Powell gave for this move is reserve management. So, for a long time I said, look, it doesn't matter what they call it, right? They may call it something different from quantitative easing, but the outcome is still the same thing, and that's good for the markets. Now, some of you are going to say, Tony, why isn't the markets pumping? Patience, right? We have to let the market do its thing. Remember, markets are cyclical. We are coming out of a very deep correction here, which was really crazy, right? Think back to October 10th when Trump tweeted out about the China tariffs, and we had the biggest liquidation in the market ever, in the crypto market. So we got to be patient, but we are seeing some signs of strength for Bitcoin, higher highs and higher lows. In addition, the stock market is looking good. The S&P 500 is on the move. So is the Russell. It is starting to break out. It actually made new highs. Now, it has to enter into full price discovery. So I don't want to get too excited. We want the market to show us strength and break through those key resistance levels because, bears are still going to fight here, right? But this is a very positive sign. We're seeing the bullish momentum building here, but we got to exercise a lot of patience. It will take time to climb out of this hole. But what's on the horizon with the Fed going back to quantitative easing light, if you want to call it that, right, is very bullish and means more liquidity will come into the markets. Now, we also see that many big digital asset treasury companies are buying. So today we got an announcement that Vivek Ramaswamy strive to raise $500 million to purchase more Bitcoin. In addition, Eric Trump's America Bitcoin buys 416 Bitcoin worth $38 million. So again, I present the question to you, why are these guys buying here? According to some people, Bitcoin's going to roll over and go straight into a bear market, right? Are they dumb? Are these guys stupid? They're buying at these prices so they're going to lose money? Why would they not wait for Bitcoin to go lower if we're going to a bear market to buy at the bottom and then wait? So it doesn't add up with what the bears are saying. And one of the things I highlighted in my newsletter today is that Bitcoin whales, on-chain data, according to from Sentiment, shows whales are starting to accumulate again. So they were in distribution for the past 2 months, and now they're accumulating. That's a very positive sign. So we're seeing on-chain data show us whales buying. You got digital asset treasury companies buying Bitcoin, even Ethereum. I've been highlighting what Tom Lee's BitMine has been doing. And not to mention, you see the launch of crypto services. Yesterday, we talked about PNC Bank launching crypto trading. We got Vanguard recently opened up the ability for their clients to access crypto ETFs. You have Charles Schwab getting ready to launch crypto trading in 2026. So wouldn't those guys want to do that before the blow off top? Again, something doesn't add up here. And, in my newsletter, I also highlighted that we're heading into 2026 with some very big narratives. And let me quickly run through that. So once again, QE from the Fed and global central banks. In addition, lower rates, which equals cheaper capital. U.S. market structure bill on deck to be passed in Q1 of 2026, if not early Q2. You got crypto and tech companies looking to do IPOs. Again, who the hell IPOs in a bear market if liquidity is drying up? So you see the facts are not aligning here with the narratives from the bears. In addition, Trump is going to appoint a new Fed chair. So Jerome Powell is going to be gone by May. And Trump is going to put in someone who's going to do his bidding and, be aligned with his economic goals, right, guys? So, I mean, I look, and it's not guaranteed that we're going to see new all-time highs for Bitcoin, but definitely we're going to see a rally. And I'm curious what the altcoins do. The best scenario is that Bitcoin heads to a new all-time high, to a blow-off top, along with the stock market, and altcoins follow. And, we get that euphoric blow-off top. So we're going to have to wait and see and be patient. And here's some very interesting news along the lines of whales buying. Survey finds 6 in 10 of Asia's rich plan to ramp up crypto buying. So, more than half of wealthy Asian investors in a recent survey say they plan to increase their portfolio exposure to cryptocurrency over the next few years. Signum's APAC HNWI report 2025 found that 6 in 10 of the surveyed Asian high net worth individuals are prepared to increase their crypto allocations based on a strong 2 to 5 year outlook. It polled 270 high net worth individuals with more than $1 million in investable assets and professional investors with over 10 years of experience across 10 APAC countries, mainly in Singapore, but including Hong Kong, Indonesia, South Korea, and Thailand. So this is spot on. The regulations are coming in, the guardrails, the traditional institutions are offering crypto. So you can imagine a lot of people are going to get more exposure to crypto and they're going to put more money into the market. So folks, we do have a bullish setup here, but nothing is guaranteed. So let's see how the market plays out. Be patient. Again, some of you are going to say, Tony, you're supposed to pump on Jerome Powell saying this. No, it's not. Markets don't necessarily have to do that. It depends where they're at in this cyclical pattern, what's the sentiment, and much more. So just be patient and let's see how this all plays out. Folks, this episode is brought to you by Trezor, which makes beautiful hardware wallets. Many of you know I'm a big believer in self-custody. I have been preaching self-custody for years, and I'm a user of the Trezor devices. I use the Trezor Safe 5 and the Trezor Safe 7. And folks, their hardware wallets are top of the line, highest security, quantum ready. And Trezor, they were the ones who started hardware wallets back in 2013. So they were the pioneers. They created the seed phrase setup and much more. And they offer support for all the top coins out there, including Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP, Cardano, BNB, Dogecoin, you name it, even nuke tokens like BlackRock's BIDL and much more. And they have a great software suite that helps you to manage all of this, and you can buy and sell within that software suite as well. Trezor also offers a hand-holding service where you can talk to a Trezor rep to help you get your device set up. Don't worry, they don't ask you for your private key. So that's a great feature for people who are new to the market and new to these type of devices. And folks, they have a holiday sale going on right now where you can get some big discounts. Many of you know they had the Black Friday, Cyber Monday deal. Right now, they got a kind of like a Christmas holiday deal going on. So big discounts. So it'll be a great time to grab a device and get it at a discounted price. So check it out, folks. The link will be in the description. Once again, I'm a user of the devices, so it's a really, really great product. So check it out. Link will be in the description. Now, folks, look at this news. This is pretty big. Gemini Exchange receives CFTC license to offer prediction markets in the US. So Gemini, now a publicly traded company, of course, their stock price jumped on this news. And the prediction market race is heating up here, folks. So competition is, very healthy. It's very good for the market. It's great to have different options. So let's see what Gemini is able to launch here. And looks like they're on the up and up. For years, they've been kind of the smaller exchange hanging around. But I think they're going aggressive now that we have clarity in the United States. Now, speaking of the CFTC, we got an update here that CFTC acting chairman Caroline Pham announced CEO Innovation Council participants to discuss market structure developments in the derivatives markets. Participants include CEOs from Polymarket, Kalshi, Crypto.com, Gemini, and Kraken. So this is really great. Caroline Pham has been doing an amazing job. I mean, she's the lone commissioner there in the acting chair. And I'm blown away at the work she's doing. So shout out to her. Kudos to her, man. I wish, she would have been the selected chair. But Mike Seelig is, of course, Trump's nominee, and that's no problem. But Caroline Pham, she's knocking it out of the park, just doing some amazing things here. Okay, moving ahead. Payments giant Stripe acquires team from crypto wallet app Valora. So a lot of TradFi payment companies and tech companies are building their crypto divisions and teams now. It's so bullish. I mean, years ago, you couldn't even imagine this. And you're seeing a lot of titles on LinkedIn that are head of crypto, head of digital assets, and it's amazing. So payments giant Stripe has acquired the team from the crypto wallet firm Valora just a day after launching its testnet for its stablecoin-focused blockchain project Tempo. According to Valora CEO Jackie Bona, the acquisition will see Valora team join Stripe and work on the firm's blockchain initiatives. Valora was founded in mid-2021 after spinning out of Cello development group C Labs and raising $20 million in a Series A funding in the process. So the Valora app is a mobile app that supports stablecoins and other assets like Cello, Ethereum, Base, Optimism, and Arbitrum. Apart from the wallet, the team has also developed an open protocol launchpad for Web3 apps geared toward a mobile native experience. Incredible stuff, folks. So you see, again, these big players making massive moves, whether it's investments, expansions, mergers and acquisitions, some going public. Incredible stuff. Now, Pantera Capital and Coinbase back Surf's $15 million push to build crypto-native AI models. So again, just examples of the investment and the capital that's being deployed here. Surf, an AI platform built for digital asset analysis, raised $15 million in a round led by Pantera Capital with participation from Coinbase Ventures and DCG to expand its AI models and enterprise tools. The company offers a domain-specific model used by exchanges and research companies to analyze on-chain activity, market behavior, and sentiment. The funding will go toward Surf 2.0, which will introduce more advanced models, broader proprietary datasets, and additional agents designed to handle multi-step analytical tasks. Surf said its platform has seen rapid uptake since its launch in July, generating more than 1 million research reports and claiming millions in annual recurring revenue with the usage of a large share of major exchanges and research firms. So the infrastructure being built out here for the crypto asset class, folks, as it matures, and they're using AI, and that absolutely makes sense. Now look at this. ETHZilla, the digital asset treasury company that is, of course, focused on Ethereum, moves into on-chain housing finance with 15% Zippy acquisition. So this is interesting. Former biotech company ETHZilla is doubling down on its push into real-world assets markets, taking a 15% stake in a digital housing lender Zippy to bring manufactured home loans on-chain. The deal marks the company's second acquisition in a week. So they're going beyond just simply holding the ETH asset on their balance sheet. They're doing some venture here. And look at the company they're investing in, which is bringing home loans, manufactured home loans on chain. So folks, we know the future, as I've been saying and beating the drum, it's all running on chain. The governments, the economies, and the markets all running on chain. According to Wednesday's announcement, ETHZilla will pay $5 million in cash and $16.1 million in stock for a 15% stake in Zippy, a US-based lender founded in 2021 that originates manufactured home loans through a digital platform. The companies plan to link Zippy's loan origination and AI-powered systems with ETHZilla's tokenization stack for on-chain distribution of manufactured home chattel loans, including potential forward flow sales to institutional investors. Incredible what's being built here, folks. And once again, this is not getting the big headlines on CNBC and MSNBC or whatever it is, or Fox and so forth. And you got to really take the time to go through to see what these folks are building. It's really exciting. Final news item here. Mike Novogratz Galaxy expands to UAE as part of Middle East push. So again, investments, mergers and acquisitions, global expansion, and much more. So, in a Wednesday notice, Galaxy said it would establish an entity under the registration authority of the Abu Dhabi Global Market, the area's international financial center. According to Galaxy Digital founder and CEO Mike Novogratz, the move was part of a strategy to expand the company's existing partnerships and acquisitions. Here's what he said. The Middle East is a rapidly growing financial hub that is home to some of the world's most sophisticated investors and innovators. It has become partly a influential region for our investors, clients, and portfolio companies, and we believe this office will establish new opportunities as a leading global digital assets investment and infrastructure firm. So it absolutely makes sense. This is a smart move. There's a lot of capital there, a lot of people that want to invest in crypto, and a lot of the infrastructure they have built here in the United States, they can just simply take that over there, right? And again, all of this is really great to bring in more capital and to allow more adoption of the asset class. So bullish times are ahead, folks. I know a lot of you are waiting for prices to go higher. Be patient, have the macro view, and make sure you're not investing with your emotions, right? You leave your emotions at the door, look at the data, look at the macro, look at the on-chain information, the charts, and much more. Folks, be sure to subscribe to my email newsletter. Once again, I put out a write-up today. Check it out. It breaks down a lot of details and charts and so forth. It's free. It's on Substack. Link will be in the description. Also, check out my book on Amazon. It's available in paperback and digital, and my course at mycryptocourse.com. This is a comprehensive course that teaches you everything you need to know about crypto. So expand your knowledge. Knowledge is power. Folks, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you all, and I'll talk to you all later.